Okay, I think we're live, man. I'm still learning how to use this system. It looks different than before, so that's what's throwing me off. I don't have access to the same view as I had before, but can we check on the link and see if it's live?
Let me see.
Still learning how to use this system. Okay, it is
It look
perfect. Okay. So yeah, this is the daily recap by A&M. This is a special edition with A and V. Our man Munir is on vacation this week, and we have Vedad, usually the Night Hawk, filling in and taking Munir's place. Vedad, how's it feel to be in this shift?
Hello, guys. It's a big change. It's a big change. I had to move some stuff around and make this happen, but it comes with a great honor, right? Here we are on this great show for the first time. So let's get the things going.
Vedad, the most versatile player we've ever had on the team. Let's dive in, man. This is going to be recapping the entire week last week, so there's a lot to go over. Without further ado, let's jump in. So last week we booked 73 drivers with average pay of 1868. Honestly, and I know people are tired of hearing this, but I think this figure is wrong. I don't think it was 1868 because I remember looking at it at some point as the week went on, and it was over 2000. I'm gonna be pulling it up, but if you wanna, what do you think? Do you have faith in that 1868?
No, but I do have the exact figures. So what we did have is 71 active drivers last week, and we had average driver pay at
Yeah,
$2,088. In fact, yeah,
that's what
and
I
we
had
booked
as well. Okay,
yeah
glad we caught that.
265 loads.
Which is actually on the higher end, man. 2088 is the highest we've had in about a month or so. So it's good to
Right.
see our average driver gross earnings on an upward trend. May they stay that way. Okay, let's jump to the next one. So according to this, there was 8,500 available, 2,575 loads were declined. So I think that's like 35%. We placed 3,000 bids, 53% follow-up ratio, 8.67 bid win ratio, which again, that sounds off because my other data is showing 10%.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think the data we pulled for this particular report is off, which is the last thing anyone wants to hear when they're looking at a bunch of numbers. But you know what we do, man? We adjust. We call it audible. Do you know what an audible is, Veda?
Enlighten me.
Audible in football, American football, is when they call a certain play, and then based on what the defense is giving them, they call an audible to a different play. So they change the play to a different play. So let's keep chugging along. Beginning of the week, this picture is always a scary looking one, because of the weekend, because a lot of people when they go home, they still stay in service, so their hours are kind of accumulating. Do you know any notable drivers that have been waiting a long time in away from home that you guys are putting an extra spotlight on for today?
Yeah, we got a couple of them, and I want to share some quick notes about each of them. So we have driver Elvir 357, who's done a load to Alberta last week. He's been coming back to Fargo, but he stopped by a really nice hotel in Regina, Saskatoon. So he's been staying there for a day or two, just to enjoy the weather and the comforts of the hotel. We also have our beloved Fahim, unit number 033. He tries to get home ASAP in Texas. He's currently in Evansville, Indiana, and we're actively fighting to get him going that way. We also had Mr. Albert, who's been in Toronto, Ontario. The good news that I have from moments ago, We got him booked. He's gonna pick up a load in Buffalo, and he's gonna head straight home to Hazeltown, Pennsylvania. We
Nice.
also have, yeah, we also have a couple more people that are trying to get some short opportunities around the home. They want to stay close with the Eid holiday coming up close on Wednesday. So we're trying to see what we can, what kind of deal we can seal with them, and um, help them make some earnings out of this week while staying close to home and spending the holiday with their family.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, holiday weeks are always goofy, man, because you know, we can't control which loads pop up, and sometimes the right load comes up when we're able to snatch it up, and then other times, despite our best efforts, we don't have the right opportunities pop up, but we'll continue to do our best. So operations, I think so. This is from the same day then, rather than being this is from last Friday rather than the whole week. So not really something to get stuck on too much. Spotlight on Ala Farid, man, one of the drivers that never lets us down, always comes through in clutch anytime we call him day or night. Always a positive attitude and absolute joy of a person to work with. Um, so this is last week's stuff. Hot has booked 80, two loads with just over 1,000 bids. Um, Average revenue per load 934. We'll have to double check that data as well. At a glance, it looks off. Okay, so this is the best loads. Let me see. Yeah, these are. I think this is what me and Munir went over last Friday as well. It was. We talked about this. Man, we're making great time today. So last
Yeah.
week we had 511 stops with 96% on-time performance. The goal remains 98. We have a bunch of drivers that have 100%, so to those guys, fantastic job. Keep up the good work. We have a bunch of drivers that provide phenomenal communication when they are going to be late. It looks like 20 of these late arrivals were justified and 20 were unjustified. Again, anything that's not your fault is justified. It doesn't count against you. Anything that is your fault, such as if you oversleep or if you just don't plan your route, it does count against you. Any advice for the fleet, for the drivers that do struggle with being on time?
Yes, of course. Communication is really the key. It is at the heart of this program. If you guys encounter any kind of issue that um, puts your appointment time or ETA into the position of going beyond what we originally planned, all you got to do is throw us a message or a phone call. Let us know what the situation out there is, what's happening. We will inform the customer. We'll take care of that side of the business. And of course, provide us with an alternate ETA when possible so that we can alert facility personnel of when they can actually expect you. Communication is key. We got to be transparent. We got to let people know what's happening. As long as we do that, as you, Aldine, as you said earlier, um, late arrivals are going to be justified as long as our reasons are reasonable and as long as we communicated things in a timely manner. Um, Also, another thing I want to point out, guys, please make sure to check in as soon as you get into the area of the facility, as soon as you have facility in your site. We noticed a large number of cases where people did make it on time, but they just forgot to check in. Technology plays a very crucial role in logistics right now. Everyone is looking at these check in and check out times for many different purposes, such as detention. We
Hmm.
measure the tension based on your input into these apps. So it's very important that you guys do the check-in and check-out in the application as soon as you get a chance to do so right away, as soon as you get in. I think it's just a matter of a few seconds, 2, 3 seconds to get that done, but it's gonna keep your OTP record and our record on the load event log, very clean, very accurate, and we're not going to have any kind of disputes with customers to argue what your arrival time actually was.
Yeah. Yeah, well put, man. At the end of the day, late arrivals will happen, right? I mean, it's just part of life, man. Like no one is perfect, and we don't expect our drivers to be 100%. That's why our target is 98. And of course, I mean, that's only 98% with us not counting justified late arrivals, right? So it's just, you being late because of something that you did wrong. Um, I mean, as you guys can see, 20 of last week's late arrivals were unjustified, meaning 20 times we failed on that particular customer. There was a bunch of times we did right, 400 and whatever, 90 times that we were right. We were on time and we provided a good service, and that's great as well. And that's, where we thank the drivers that are responsible, and we need to continue working on fine-tuning the rest of the situations here because 20 is too much, unfortunately. Having 20 instances where you quoted that you're going to be on time, but then you were late, it's 20 situations where that customer may think twice before they book you on the next load, which is not the direction we want to go. All right, success is not a comfortable procedure. That's 100% on point, man. Anyone that's built any level of success, anyone that's achieved anything, from think of those of you that have gone through, advanced schooling. It's not comfortable. It's not easy. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of sacrifice. Um, People that have achieved success in their career, often it takes risk. It takes putting yourself in uncomfortable situations. And some people, man, they are like diamonds, and you're able to um, mold, and then they're able to shine under that stress, and they're able to survive, and they're able to grow. And other people are not. And I think it's not a matter of being able to or not. I mean, I think it's a matter of desire, right? Like, am I willing to go through this uncomfortable process? But I think anything in life worth pursuing uh, requires you to put yourself in uncomfortable situations to reach new heights. If you always try to just, stay in the kiddie pool because you're afraid to go into the deep pool, you're never gonna learn how to swim, and you're never gonna achieve those next level wins.
Right. As our friend Andy Frisella says, um, choosing the path of success and fighting to accomplish something, to achieve something, is a path of discomfort and high stress, and that's the price that the success comes
Yeah,
for. So,
yeah, 100% sacrifice. Uncomfortable, sleepless nights, or blood, sweat, and tears, depending on the field that we're talking about. All right. Okay, let's keep chugging along. Okay, so I think that's actually where this one ends. We don't have the motivational Monday stuff here, but tomorrow our presentation will be better. That's without a doubt. Um, Let me go ahead and jump into the program and make us a little bit bigger. Um, Okay. Besides that, Veda, how's everything else on your end, man? Did you have a good weekend?
we had a great weekend. The weather here is getting warmer and warmer. We're approaching another summer season, and it looks like it's going to be a crazy one. Another
Yeah?
thing about this weekend, yep. Another thing about this weekend, and you guys are going to love it. It was a Sunday iftar session. Royal Blue Services, the BHX dispatch team, everyone gathered at a nearby Hotel Hills, the famous one here in Sarajevo. We had a great time, and we had also some discussion about the state of business and the industry as well. It was a very good session, and I wish we would have a chance to share some details from this particular event. Um, Other than that, like I said, pretty good weather, pretty good mood here. We're all in position to have another good week. It is true that this week we have majority of our drivers celebrating Eid holiday, much like the majority of us here in the office do. So we're probably gonna see some toll when it comes to that, but we're gonna maximize our effort to seal any other opportunities for any drivers that are in service and ready to work. And of course, when it comes to these big numbers and record-breaking stats, we'll be looking to get back on track with that as soon as possible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We'll make the most out of this week. Yeah, I got to see some of those pictures from your guys' gathering, man. It looked fun. People brought their spouses out, and it was a whole family affair. So that's cool to see.
Yep,
Um, we've always talked about doing some kind of a driver event. I think it'd be really, really, really cool to do that. It'd be very difficult logistically to pull off, but I think it'd be so neat if we had like a picnic, barbecue at the park with having a bunch of our drivers come through. It's still something that, remains on the possible to-do list for down the road. It would be, like I said, logistically very difficult to coordinate. People are on the road, people live all over the place. Most of our drivers are not, centered in one area. It's not like all of our guys are in St. Louis. I mean, with us, it's like they're all over the place.
yep.
Um, but I think it's something that would be worth doing. The other update is that merchandise order we're finally pulling the trigger on today, most likely. That's been kind of dragging for a while. Um, and yeah, man, that's about it. We'll
That's
conclude
awesome.
there.
Yep, I would just say regarding the event that I talked about, you guys just keep an eye on RBS and BHX social media. You're gonna see some pictures there, so keep an eye on those.
Nice. Awesome, man. Yeah, I'm sure people are excited to see that. That hotel looked nice. That restaurant, I should say, looked nice. So that's cool to
Yep,
see. All right, man. We'll conclude there. Drivers, viewers, stay safe out there. We'll be back tomorrow with a better presentation and earlier in the day. This was a bit later on due to some obligations we had. Typically, we want to do these earlier on. All right. Salam alaikum.
thank,
Peace out.
thank
Bye.
you guys. Peace.
Shut this.